Hi there, Diecast fans. What we have here is an Audi RS4 in 1:24 scale by Bburago. Now, what will be the best performing or very famous exotic cars made by Audi? Of course, it's going to be, like for example, the Audi R8, the mid-engine V8 powered or V10 powered sports car, hypercar, whatever that rivals Ferrari and Lamborghinis at the same time. And then there was the rally king of them, the Audi Quattro during the 1980s, the first rally car to ever use a four-wheel drive system on a rally stage. And then there was the very famous and iconic Audi TT. And of course, in front of you, the Audi RS4. Now, this car, or the RS4 to be exact, is based on the Audi A4. Now, what they made to the Audi A4 is they put a bigger and more powerful V8 engine on it, a beefier and sporty suspension, and of course those wheels that looks aggressive and sporty at the same time if you compare it to the ordinary Audi A4. If there is a BMW M3 and a Mercedes-Benz C-Class AMG, there's gonna be an Audi RS4 right there to rival those two. There is no doubt this is a good-looking or handsome-looking four-door German sedan. Now, about the diecast itself, I picked this up for around 10 to 12 US dollars back then in 2008. I don't know if Bburago is still offering this kind of RS4 models to their catalog, but if there's none, there's going to be a chance that you're going to source out in the second-hand market. Now, let's go to the details on how Bburago made this diecast model. Now, the front detail of this diecast model. So, we try to zoom in and observe how they made those headlights. So, you can see there are going to be some obvious pegs on it. Right there and right there. But at least they put in the separate xenon bulb, I think. High intensity discharge right there in the middle. It's got these vertical lines all around the headlight assembly. It's of course it's going to be in two pieces. You can see there the lens and of course the chrome part right there inside. And as you can see, if you observe the grille right there, I barely touched this diecast model nor put it out of the box, but it still had some peeling issues right there on the four rings of the Audi logos. So that's going to be a quality issues for the Bburago itself. Maybe a touch-up paint of chrome can cure this or can fix this. And there's no grill on it. This is just a texturized a plastic with a honeycomb texture on it, as you could see there. And of course the European license plate. Now you can open the door, of course, of this diecast model, and they're gonna greet you with this a 4.2 liter FSI V8 engine. Now this is just a plastic slab on it, but at least they put some silver colorings on it. Actually, that's the only paint that they put it into. You could see those air intake plumbings right there, caps maybe, and I think this is going to be the liquid reserve for the engine itself. Now, this is a plastic slab, but at least it's got an engine bay, and not to mention, of course, the bumper. Now, they also included some fog lights right there down below. If you look closely, this is a texturized plastic. There's no see-through grills right there. The entire bumper is integrated to the entire body shell of the diecast. So definitely this is going to be made out of diecast itself. Now moving along to the front wheels itself. And as expected, there's not going to be any brake systems just before the wheels. It's a typical move by budget models, especially in 1:24 scale. Maybe on the 1:18 scale, they're gonna include it. In 1:24, there's no chance that they're gonna put those brake systems. Maybe in some plastic model kits, I presume. And actually, the wheels looks pretty good. The correct profile for the tires and the right size for the rims. It doesn't look too small nor too big for the diecast model. It looks proportioned. It really works well to the entire design of the diecast model. And you can see there the side markers. And if you observe the body shell of the cars, there's going to be some fender flarings on it. It's nicely done, not the best, but it's decent. Now marching into the side profile of this diecast model, so you can see there, I don't know why they painted this silver, not the exact body white color of the car itself. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. It's a manufacturing error, I don't know. And you can also observe here the silver paint, which is supposed to represent the chrome trim for the doors and the roof lines. It's not present, they just painted it silver. Of course, this is a budget model. The door latch right there, it's molded to the door itself, so it's just a one big die-cast metal on it. And the doors, you can only open the front doors, the rear, not a chance. And the RS4 badging right there on the door side moldings. And the rear wheels with the same treatment as in the front, no brakes. But still, it's got the correct profiles for the rim size and the tires. And the rear part of the diecast model. Now, I was confused when I see this rear end of this diecast model. It looks like a Honda at the same time. They have the similar design. If you check out the, I think the Civics back then. That's me. That's what I just observed. And you can see there the bumper and the twin exhaust. Now, this is a texturized grille, not an actual grille, like I said before, again. There's no holes for the exhaust, just a painted silver on it. The RS4 badging, the Audi logo right there. This is a tampo, not a sticker. And if you look closely to the detail for the tail lamps, there's gonna be a tab just to hold the entire thing. This has not been glued to the body, so at least the plastic for the lens is averagely well detailed and decent at the same time. I don't expect that much detail, but at least it's not painted. This is a separate piece. And no, you cannot open the trunk. This doesn't have any opening trunk features for this diecast model. Now onto the interior of this diecast model. So we open it just like that. I'm glad that they didn't use those dogleg hinges. They used these modern clips right there for a realistic approach, of course. But the ingress is small, but I don't mind. So you could see there the brake pedals painted in silver. The entire interior is painted in black. All of them are in black plastic. Of course, except for the buttons and the little bit of chrome accent on it, as painted with the silver paint on it. So the steering wheel with the Audi logo and the RS4 right there below the steering wheel, and the gauge cluster right there, and the center console, which is colored entirely in black. Now if we go to the right portion, we could see the center console detailing. And going to the right side right there, I just opened the door for you. So you can see that the center console is painted in white and red buttons on it, just to represent that's got a colorful center console on it. Now observing to the seats itself, I just noticed this. There is an RS4 badging right there on the backrest of the diecast model. Right there, there's an RS4 right there. It's embossed on the plastic. Of course, there's no carpeting on it. This is a budget model. There's no floor mats. It's got a texturized dashboard. That's one thing that I have to credit them. And that's about it. And of course, for those who are curious what's underneath the diecast model, so we flip the diecast and you can see there's really nothing to see except for the painted exhaust system of the diecast model. So it's going to be the suspension, of course embossed only. There's no engine bay on it. You can see there the support for the chassis, I think, for the floorings, and those protruding mufflers. Since this is a V8 engine, why not put a twin exhaust on it? So if you're a fan of the Audi brand itself, or just a fan of the German sports sedans, or just a fan of the modern year 2000s sports sedan cars, or just fan of the European sedans, then the Audi RS4 by Bburago in 1:24 scale will not disappoint you. This is not really a centerpiece for your own collection, since this is a 1:24 low budget. So just expect there's not much detail on it. But it's still, it's a well made and very decent diecast model in my opinion. And by the quality itself, it really is really to the test of time. Since I had this back in 2008, the only issue that I can point out right there, I think, is going to be the logo itself. And for the other things, there's literally none. So if you are interested in buying an RS4 1/24 scale, Bburago is not a bad choice in my opinion. So guys, thank you for watching, and I hope this entertains you and helps you if you wanted to purchase an Audi RS4 in 1/24 scale by Bburago. Now, this is one good looking German sedan in my opinion. And have a nice day.